So black people, y'all gave up on Candace Owens?
The American government, I don't care how much you don't like Candace, I don't care how much you've been trashing the American government and the FBI, they got to do something.
Oh my goodness, this is starting to get very real. Candace just said the White House confirmed her receipts that the French government, specifically the Macrons, are planning an assassin hit on her. She provided an update this morning saying, "Our show will be off air this week. As an update, both the White House and our counterterrorism agencies have confirmed receipt of what I reported publicly. Emmanuel Macron attempted to organize my assassination per a source close to the first couple. Also, I will again state that French legionnaires were involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination, but they did not act alone. For all of you who doubted my claims, you can now look to the President of the United States and our intelligence communities to issue a statement to confirm whether I am telling the truth or not."
How come I'm not seeing people on the internet worried that Macron allegedly wants to take out Candace Owens?
Where's Candace Owens? We want to know where Candace Owens is and why she hasn't had a latest episode. Where is she? Because there's many of us out here in the world that believe every single word that she is telling us.
Candace just posted this 8 hours ago. The Macrons have issued a credible threat and paid for her assassination. This coming from a high-ranking official in the French government.
I just went on YouTube to try to see if Candace Owens had posted anything, and I think she deleted all her videos about Charlie and anything with the Macrons. Or am I just not operating YouTube properly?
I don't know if you guys have seen Candace's last post, but if they do get her, seemingly France, but who knows? What are we supposed to do? What are people supposed to do? What is the course of action if that happens? Trump should step in. Like, this is an American on American soil just saying her opinions. Like, you can't have foreign people coming over here and assassinating people when they say stuff they don't like. Like, this is a country of free speech. Like, you're going to be picking people off all day long. It's too much. This is getting out of hand. I think we all need to pray for Candace, whether we like her or hate her. That's terrifying.
So Candace made a post over the weekend with some pretty big claims that allege that there's a real threat for her life. And a lot of people have been dogging on her lately, suggesting that she's crazy and that all the things that she's saying don't make any sense and whatever else. But it just makes me wonder, what if she was right? And what if this, like all the other things, many of the things she said, actually are true or very close to true? Because in these types of scenarios, it's, wow, they're crazy until they're not. And I can't help but think about Virginia Giuffre, the most outspoken survivor of Jeffrey Poopstein and the people that supposedly didn't exist that she was whatever to. Because the people that she accused, like Ehud Barak, like Prince Andrew, well, they're free and walking around alive and well. And well, Virginia Giuffre, who publicly said that she would not take her own life, well, she did. All while she was writing her second memoir that was published after her death. Oh, and by the way, a month before this happened, she got hit by a bus.
Let's rewind a little bit. We woke up randomly by the end of last year, and Candace Owens started telling us that she thinks Brigitte Macron is a dude. And of which a lot of people say, we agree with you. Now, fast forward to this year, I think like 3 months ago, Candace comes on the internet and tells us, yo, Macron wants to give me money so I can shut up. Why is he trying to bribe me if what I'm saying is wrong? And people were like, yeah, Candace, you're cooking. Fast forward to 4 days ago, Candace Owens tweeting that Macron wants to take her out.
Tell me how this is a normal headline, because I'm just lost. Candace Owens just claimed that the French government approved an international assassination plot against her. She says an actual special operations team plus an Israeli operative got the green light to take her out. That's the kind of claim your brain reacts to instantly. No time to analyze. Your instincts fire before facts land. And that's the moment where your mind fills in the gaps. Because stories like this are built to do just that. But we gotta pause for just a second. I love what Candace is doing. If a world leader has ordered a hit on an American commentator, diplomatic alarms would be going off everywhere. But for some reason they're not.
As we speak right now, ladies and gentlemen, Candace Owens is fearing for her life because Macron allegedly put a hit on her. And Candace being Candace, she even added on Twitter saying that Mr. Macron was involved in the pew-pewing of Charlie Kirk. Now we know in the beginning, Candace told us it was Bibi isn't real Netanyahu. Now she is saying also to a certain degree, Mr. Macron is involved. And she is saying that if y'all want to know that what I'm saying is true, go and ask the White House. They know damn well the Macron wants me out. Now here's my entire confusion in all of this. I am not seeing black people tripping. I'm seeing a lot of opinions from white people. They're saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Candace is lying. Candace, stop saying a lot about Mr. Macron. Candace, A, B, C, D. But black people are quiet. And I'm worried. I want to ask you, black people, do y'all not care about Candace Owens anymore? We know the girl was so down for manga, but slowly, she came back to life, She decided that, hey, I'm not going to follow Israel just like that. I'm not going to follow DJT just like that. I am going to use my black common sense. And surprise, before we knew it, Candace started siding with black people. She came out and said, hello, DJT. I know I loved you once, but I will not love you twice if you do not treat my people right. Black people refuse to fall for her game. Well, at least black people start saying, no, she wants to enter politics. She's playing with us. She does not like us like that. But week after week, month after month, Candace Owens has proved to black people that she is with her black folks now. But even after that, black people don't care about Candace Owens. I thought I'm going to wake up on the internet after seeing this assassination stuff. I thought I'm going to wake up on the internet and find black people saying, hey, yo, Macron, you don't touch our girl like that. You. Black people are not worried. Black people, when did y'all give up on Candace Owens like this? I am humbly asking.
Candace Owens is 100% certain that her life is in danger, along with Xavier Poussard's life as well. Both of them are at risk. Both of them believe that there's a hit out on their life, and it's involved in higher ups in French government. Guys, in her post, she even retweets, I ask that every person retweet and share this. I do not know who in the American government can be trusted since the source claims our leaders are aware. But I have more specific information which is definitely verifiable should they care to reach out to me. To the brave official in France who did this because they were so moved by the evil of Charlie's public execution to risk their own life, may God bless you truly. Guys, you need to share this information out so that way everybody knows. In her statement here, she says that the Macrons have executed upon and paid for her assassination. You read that correctly. If you don't, if you want to hear the rest of the post, go listen to part 1 and part 2. It will go through all the details. But guys, her and Xavier Poussard, who's a journalist, they both have a hit out. That's deep. I pray for her safety. I pray for his safety. I pray for their family's safety, because it's just getting insane.
Yeah, this is definitely not an easy one to make, but I got to be fair. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, right? And in this situation, it's looking like I might be wrong. Okay, hear me out. So Candace comes out, the queen of conspiracy, Candace Conspiracy Owens. She comes out with a statement that the French government has put together a team of assassins. Well, technically, it was Macron and Macron's wife, who is not a wife. And anyway, they've hired a team of assassins, including French assassins, obviously, and also, They just threw in there just a Jew. It's in there. And it turns out that this team has been put together to target her. And at first, I thought this was absolute nonsense. I could not believe this. There's no way this is happening. But then this happened. Folks, we have irrefutable evidence right there. I know a lot of y'all have been critical, including myself, of there never being any actual real tangible evidence. You know, it's always, you know, this is what's happening, and then we just kind of have to just go with it, right? And if we ask for evidence, then, you know, we're gaslit about it. But never mind that. Yeah, it turns out that this time around there is actual, look, how can you deny this? You literally have to be a Zionist shill if you're not going to believe this. I mean, what else could she do?
Okay, so Candace Owens' latest wild claim, she alleges that the President of France and the First Lady of France, her arch nemesis Brigitte Macron, have put a hit out on her life. Candace Owens claims that the President of France wants her schmurdered. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the President of France did not put a hit out on Candace Owens. The President of France did not put a bounty on her head.
Let's talk about Candace Owens and the Macrons because my mind is going wild. Now, for those of you that don't know, Candace has been posting that there is like a M for hire plot against her that the Macrons paid for. And according to her, she has proof. And she's since shared this with the government. And so obviously until we see the proof, like, you know, it's all speculative. But Brandon Tatum, who's normally been fighting with her recently and not agreeing with her, so that he actually spoke to Candace and he now believes it. So that does have my ears perk up just a tad. And so I keep going back to the defamation case that's in Delaware right now, where the Macrons have sued Candace for different defamatory statements. And then my mind is going wild. I'm like, what if this is actually accurate? What if there actually is this M for hire plot? And what if she does really have some solid proof? Then there is no way that that defamation case is going to continue. Because that's going to look super retaliatory if they can link it to the statements, which my guess is that they probably could if they had that. Again, I'm just speculating here. But secondarily, like, Brigitte Macron doesn't have any immunity like her husband. Her husband has immunity until he's not president anymore. So while he couldn't be arrested on American soil today, she could be if she is linked to this. Again, it's speculative. But this is absolutely wild and could have so many implications, but it does make me think about the Charlie Kirk statements that he made to Candace about like the Ukraine war and holding off on reporting on Brigitte because the Macrons were upset and they wanted to get through a peace deal for Ukraine. And I was like, who would put a peace deal on hold for like some rumors about your wife? But maybe it is a lot more sinister, because that to me was like very odd, and it seems like nobody's really come out to refute that. So I feel like that appears to be true. A wild 2025, but again, then it's also like asking the government to investigate these things when we've all had problems with them. What is the answer here? Like, what is the actual answer? And then it's like, are the Macrons just puppets too? Like, who's the one pulling the puppet string behind?
So there's news coming out that the French government has basically been, I don't know what you call it, paid for Candace Owens' assassination by Brigitte Macron. And if you guys remember her lawsuit, she was willing to give photos and a certain type of testing, but none of it was blood or DNA. Again, let's pray for her family. I've been saying this for months now. She has way too much information, and she's able to correlate the information, and they are scared of her.
Macrons, right? Well, Emmanuel Macron has entered the chat. So he recently sat down for an interview, and he said he intends to sue her to the end. Now I translate that to mean he gonna sue her ass to the dirt. Because he said he's just tired. He's tired of it. He said, 1, keep my wife's name out your mouth, ho. 2, he said these right-wing conspiracy theorists just always overshadow anything that they try to do. And 3, this is now impacting their extended family because they can't go nowhere without somebody asking these questions, asking all these questions. Anyway, he said he's done. He's tired because this conspiracy theory overshadows everything they do, no matter where they travel, even on official business. Reporters keep asking them this question. It's ridiculous. And then the coup d'etat. Syphilitic Sid said that he had met the lady up close and personal, and she looked like a woman to him. And I feel like if anybody would know, he would know, because he's a serial. You know what I'm trying to say. So anyway, he said it's relentless bullying. Her children from her previous marriage are constantly being blindsided. Wherever they go, they don't know a moment's peace when they go out in public, and it has to stop. And I'm here for it.
Candace Owens seems to have gone all in on this rumor that the French president's wife is secretly a man and that he's married to his brother. And I know she's not the only one spreading it, but she's certainly the most, I guess, prolific person in the United States talking about it. But from what I've looked into this, and as I expected, it seems that these are completely baseless rumors. But what actually is concerning and what is true and publicly available information is their means of their association with each other and their age gap. She is 72 and he is 47, which isn't really a problem. It is a wide age gap, but that would be normal if they met as adults later in life. But they didn't. They met when she was 39 and he was 15. She was his teacher, and yet somehow that just gets swept under the rug. Which brings me to this point. Why are we making things up when there are genuine things to criticize? Now, they never were in a relationship until he was an adult, but it is still really weird. I am a former teacher, and some of my former students are now adults. If I got in a relationship with them or were in a marriage with them, that would be a serious ethical problem. Now, there's never been a legal issue with their marriage, so there's really nothing we can do there. But we can criticize the idea that people are marrying these young people who they ought not to be marrying. And the main point of this video is the fact that people are spreading something that seems to be completely false when there is something actually concerning that has happened. And that seems to happen way too much.